Hey, what's up you guys? After Show Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Legacies. This is Season 4, Episode 18, so we're getting really close to the end. I don't know if we talked about this in the last episode, but the show was cancelled. However, I have been informed that they do have, the season finale could pass as a series finale. They were told ahead of time, so they were able to kind of wrap things up. So I'm thankful for that. I do think it's probably going to feel rushed. I can't say I'm not surprised. I mean, I think I've made it abundantly clear how I feel about the show as of right now and some of its ideas. Which is really sad because when you look back on it, I loved Season 1. And the first half of Season 2 was phenomenal. I still to this day think that they jumped the shark when the episode that they killed Kai. Like, I'm not saying, like, keep Kai around. That's not what I'm saying. But that's the episode where it kind of all went wonky. They focused too heavily on, like, Dark Josie, when they quote-unquote got rid of her, but then they didn't, and then, I don't know, it came off as kind of a little cringy, which we've talked about in the past, and then the show went down the route of being entirely obsessed with one ship, and neglecting a lot of its other characters. Like, we're 4 seasons into the show now, and we don't know how Caleb was turned. We don't even know how MG was turned. Like, we know that, like, we know the circumstances around how he joined the school, but we don't know, like, how they ended up being turned into vampire. We don't know their backstories at all, and they've been, like, main characters since day 1. It's really frustrating to me because a lot of the story has just gone on, like, nonsense. Like, so much time in the limbo. Like, why did we need so much time in limbo? You know, granted, it gave for, like, one really good kind of scene, which I still think was great, with, you know, Landon and his mum. But I feel like the whole limbo story has just been a mess and a waste of time. Time we could have been spending on, you know, fleshing out other characters' backstories and stuff like that. Like, I wonder, like Josie left and her reasoning was to try and find a way to help Hope, but Hope is back to normal now, so... Like, all of these things are just not really... I don't know. I gotta be honest. I wish they killed Josie. I love Josie as a character, but I think thematically, it would work better because the show has never actually killed somebody and actually killed them off. I mean, they've killed Landon, but he's still on the show. It would have been a great way to, you know, write Kaylee off the show like she wanted to be written off, and it would serve Lizzie as a character who already kind of acts like she's lost her sister anyways, so it was a win-win. And, like, let's just say maybe they didn't do it so it was open-ended so that she could come back, but this is the Vampire Diaries universe. You could probably bring her back to life anyways when she's ready, like they did with Alaric on the Vampire Diaries. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that for a minute. Well, apparently 4 minutes. Yeah, I just feel like the show, like, jumped the shark around mid-season 2. And I don't think it's ever found its footing ever again, despite the fact that it's got some interesting ideas, interesting concepts. Like the idea of Hope having her humanity off was really exciting, but I feel like she never did anything particularly... like, she didn't slaughter a village. What can I say? The show never went dark enough for me, and I feel like they did that because they were scared that you wouldn't be able to forgive these characters. But, I mean, we forgave Stefan, Damon, we forgave Klaus, Elijah, Rebecca, like everyone that's done bad things in these shows, we've, forgiven them for. Oh my gosh, my earring is driving me nuts. Yeah, anyways, that's just my thoughts. Let's go over the comments from last episode. Oof, we got a big one here. Alright. This episode was not only dull, but it also felt like a waste of time. I agree. But tell me why. Because we didn't learn anything new or anything that moved the plot along. We knew that Hope had an unhealthy obsession with saving Landon. Which, by the way, if she just goes to, so if she dies, someone snaps her neck, she dies for, a couple hours or whatever it takes for her to heal back up or whatever. She goes to Limbo. She can see him. She can see Landon there. She can do periodic visits. It just defeats the whole purpose. We knew that MG was in love with Lizzie. Exactly. We knew that Ben probably wasn't a bad guy and that he was going to help the school. I mean, I'm just going to say, how much cooler would it have been if he just completely betrayed them just because he really did want to get his original love back. Yes, it would hurt Jed, but then there would be a character that's hurt. Not everyone gets a fairy tale ending. Just saying. We knew that Ethan, Lizzie, and MG are still awkward around each other and trying to respect their friendship without crossing boundaries. I don't care about Ethan. We knew that Landon wasn't leaving Limbo, at least not in this episode. The Aurora and Ken scenes. As someone who loves Aurora, hey, have I ever mentioned that I love Aurora before? Even I can admit that these scenes were unnecessary. I was like, what the fuck the entire time? Their scenes just scream, these two people are married in real life, so let's put them together. Absolutely. 1000%. That could have backfire on them badly because not everyone on TV has chemistry with their significant other. This is true. But the chemistry was there. I don't know if this was supposed to be parallel or if I'm just looking too much into it. But I do like the Ken holding out his hand to Aurora, helping her up in the woods versus Klaus pointing a gun at Aurora. And in both situations, Aurora's on the ground looking up at them. Maybe Aurora is supposed to see the difference between a man that would kill her or a man that would give her the world. I mean, it's an interesting idea. Whether or not the show intended that, I doubt it. To be honest. There hasn't been a whole lot of thought put into actions recently, I feel. I don't know. Maybe she's supposed to learn that she's still attracted to toxic men that will abuse her mentally and physically, but for some reason she can't escape them. Well, that's just not a good, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. That's not a good thing to show. Watch her escape them. I mean, the show itself probably wasn't even trying to make that connection. Probably not. But I just thought of that scene in 313 of the originals with Aurora and Klaus. And as someone who actually did ship Chlorora, oh my god, yes, we existed. But to be fair, I ship most of Klaus pairings because Joseph is a chemistry magnet, as his daughter is. I can admit that Chlorora was a toxic relationship on both sides from the beginning to end. Yes. I always hated how Aurora was dismissed as crazy in the originals. She was sick and suffering from diseases, I agree, such as bipolar disorder, which they didn't really know what that was back when she was turned, so they did just treat her as crazy. And so many, many, many years of being told you're crazy, you probably think you're crazy, you know? I understand that the Michelson family not being politically correct or woke, considering that they're 1,000 years old. I do like how they're now talking about her mental illness with fondness. But, I mean, they've just spoken about it briefly. Not a whole lot, though. Despite how she thinks or sees stuff, Aurora's actually a very smart person. Her brain is just wired differently. Yeah. Who do you think will win in a fight? Tribrid Hope or the Scarlet Witch? Obviously Scarlet Witch. No question about it. She could literally just say, no more Tribrids. Cancelled. Yes, it was cancelled. Yeah, there's most decidedly confirmation on there being 20 episodes this season. Not sure what that comment was about. But if I'd had to guess, CW give the creators some extra room to wrap things up instead of cutting it short with the normal 16 episodes. Yeah, I know last seasons were said to be supposedly have that many episodes too, but I think this time they're actually letting them run their 20 episodes because behind the scenes they already knew it was going to end. Makes sense in my head. Added nowish. Julie Pleck kind of confirmed it later in saying that they got a chance to end things with a more serious finale feel. What that means, we're just gonna have to wait to find out. Yeah. You got it right, Fruits. Her name is Lara Lovan. Thank you. I tried. Am I still shipping MG and Lizzie? Bish, I gotta watch this show for some reason. I'm just kidding. I watched the show because I added nowish. Again, just joking. I promise I'd help you edit this until the end. It's actually coming to an end. Whatever comes next, we'll face it together. We got this. Okay. Not that I even remotely feel the need to see this, but Ethan just phased out of his sneakers. Why only his sneakers, though? I'm glad the show is on the CW, I suppose. Okay, he most decidedly phased his clothes off on purpose to try and impress Lizzie. Get the fuck away from her, dude. Nobody likes you. This is true. No truer words have ever been spoken. Is the container Lightning Boy has Aurora in located on the sun? Why the fuck was the outside so bright? I have no idea. Okay, so the inside of the container was a set. Now all of a sudden, the location has a big green I don't know. It was weird. Hope just Dean Winchester the Reaper. Why is everything on this show a rehash of another CW show? I don't know, running out of ideas, I guess. Wait, so Ted was able to send Landon back this entire time? I dare to ask, why is Ted in limbo if he can get people out? Added later, okay, Ted can get people out, but Reaper Dude just pulls them back in, I guess? I don't know. You know, for a moment, just when the Reaper was turning around while holding Landon, I thought he was holding his severed head. Could you imagine how that scene would have played out? Landon actually being dead? But nah, we don't kill people in this show. So they're rewriting their own lore again just a couple episodes later. Aurora can't head dive Lightning Boy. Magic doesn't work on gods. Or are head dives not considered as magic? Since they're a vampire power or whatever. I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's different. Look, that is magic, because the whole idea of vampires was built on magic, and when they crossed the town line in the Vampire Diaries, they would die. Because there was no magic in Mystic Falls, because of the barrier, right? So, yes, the head dive would be magic. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that a contract would become void if you alter it after it's signed, would it not? Yes. That person or people who sign it would have to agree to the alterations. Yes. So yeah, fairly certain Landon should be free here. I'm only arguing his case here because of how contracts work. He should still get in that boat and move on, but the writers are afraid of what Hope would do to them. Probably. Yeah, they're kind of rushing this Mizzy ship here. This came out of nowhere. It's almost like they're running out of time. They probably did know. Yes. Probably. That's why he wants to kill Hope, because he wants to be the strongest. He fucking wiped the floor with her in the previous episode. What? I need to put emphasis on that, because, yeah, you literally wiped the floor with her, and you think that you're not the strongest? You make zero sense. Are they seriously about to start playing chess again? Bitch, we've only just got 3 episodes left. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anyways, let's get into it.
Huh? Your magical boundary has been set to your exacting specification.
Dude, that really freaked me out. That freaked me out. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what just happened that weirded me out. So Cleo was walking in, she opens her mouth, and Caleb goes, huh? And so I thought I heard that coming from her. And I'm crazy.
Huh? My attention to detail must be your favorite thing about me.
It is not.
What is it then? My smile? My voice? Fine. Keep your secrets.
You're worried about me. You flirt when you're worried.
Okay, maybe a little bit.
Look, the visions can't hurt me. And we need to know what the gods are planning, so.
Okay. Let's hurry back.
You should not be here.
Why does this shit always happen? Someone has a vision or
Who
something
are you?
where you're not
And how
supposed
did
to
you
be able to
invade
see
my
them, but the
dream?
person still sees them somehow. Wait, what? That was heading for your head, not your... What?
Thanks to Cleo's vision, we know the gods are planning an attack on our school. The good news is, we get to choose the field of battle.
We know he's after me, so I'm gonna draw him here.
The tree line will prevent him from using lightning strikes.
If we fail, we have a fallback.
You think we're gonna lose?
Did we not just
No.
already do this a
We
couple
might.
episodes
Either
ago?
way, we need
What's
to
the
stop
point
him.
in doing it
Ben
now?
was telling us about a mixture that the Spartans used to harm the gods. White fire and brimstone.
Phosphorus and sulfur.
If we can rig the whole meadow for a chain reaction and get Ken in the middle, the explosion will likely incapacitate him.
Wait, whoever triggers the explosion, they're not going to get clear in time, are they?
Perhaps Ethan could?
It should probably be you talking to Ethan. I'm not very good at delivering bad news. Once I had to tell Alyssa Chang that she wasn't invited to a tea party that Josie was throwing, and I
She looks
just
really
panicked
pretty
and I told her Josie
right now.
died.
It's cool. I got it. He should hear from me.
And about what you said to me right before.
Our stuff can wait.
Why do conversations just end like that? Like,
Something's
I
bothering
feel like
me.
in that moment you'd probably
That is
reciprocate.
strange dream. If it means what I think it does, there's something I must attend to.
And what is that?
The business of gods.
You can't be serious.
Last night, as I was relaxed and my guard was down, an intruder entered my dream. Convenient, don't you think?
You know what I think is that sleeping in a metal coffin for a millennia would make anyone paranoid.
I've always been paranoid. That's how I took the throne from my siblings. Because I'm willing to accept that betrayal may come from anywhere. I need confirmation that all the things you have told me are true. In the meantime, you can prove your usefulness in another way. I asked my daughter to construct a weapon that can kill the tribrid. So far, she has been resistant.
Whatever happened to her waking up
Persuade her
Cronus?
for me.
Or else. What?
Ask my siblings. If you can find their bodies.
Why are monsters getting coins for you?
It's not just monsters. Everyone is. Because I promised to send them back to life if they did well at it.
You can't send them back to life.
Hate the fool starting your little tart. They don't know that little bit of gossip now, do they?
But you don't even want to go to peace. Why do you want coins?
Everyone else does too. And I want to have the most. Oh, go ahead with your judgment, Mr. High and Mighty. But not until you come up with a better plan for how to spend time in eternity.
That's because my soul got traded to someone who literally can't tell me what I'm supposed to be doing.
Speaking of, I think your new boss might be looking for you. Sure, he'll explain everything to you. One finger wag at a time.
Did you need me to do something?
Well, yes.
Oh, okay. Spoke.
Come have a drink with me.
Hey, why aren't you in your room?
Woke up feeling a lot better, so thought I'd get some training in.
Look, I think there's something that you should,
You get the test results back. Yeah, I figured it was bad when I heard there was a battle strategy session that no one invited me to.
Get over
So how bad are we
it,
talking?
loser.
Spread this out. Make sure the phosphorus and sulfur.
Can they
don't
not
touch.
just put put the bomb on a
much more we
timer
need?
or a magic timer or delay or whatever? Hey,
Take it from here, thanks. Oh, I think
Been
you
in,
still
like,
need my help.
been missing for
Well,
like
then you're
several
wrong.
episodes.
We can handle your little chemistry project.
Hey, maybe we don't tug a war with the explosive stuff?
If this is too weird for you.
Better?
It's still kinda Okay.
weird.
This is my true form.
You're a woman?
Or at least, it used to be. Varying souls for a few millennia takes quite a toll on one's skincare routine.
I'm sorry, but what is happening?
You're cute when you're flummoxed. I thought we could chat, get to know each other a little. My name is Lynn, by the way. And that was home. Peace. Or some like to call it Valhalla.
That means you're a...
God? We didn't know it at the time. We thought we were normal. It wasn't until we met humans that we actually understood that we were different. It's a lot to take in. But you need to hear the whole story. Because I need your help.
You're stalling.
Fine. I don't think you should be part of the battle.
I knew it.
It's too dangerous.
MG, I'm back in control of my jumps. I can just not use my powers. You can't ask me to sit on the sidelines again.
I'm not.
Why are you
I'm
all of a
asking
sudden
you to
back in
leave
control?
town for your own good, Ethan. Just go home.
Yeah, go home. Okay, so you just revealed that. Compel that away from her.
Sisto, this isn't real, is it?
I'm sorry, but I couldn't find another way to convince you. If you see someone in trouble, you won't be able to stop yourself. You're too much of a hero. That's why you can't be part of the fight.
I was asleep when you entered my mind before. This time, I'm awake. It doesn't have to be this way. Hostile, combative. There was a time where your kind and mine worked in harmony.
And what kind am I?
You don't know. Then you're in luck. By the end of this, you'll know who you were meant to be. This connection we're sharing, you entering my mind, it's the hallmark of a unique magical ability. When an oracle interferes in their visions, changing the future, they transform into something else. You're one of the Furies now.
What?
You're the last of the Furies.
She's gone from being
when they stop being
muse
collaborative
to oracle.
You and I are nature's balance. It created this space.
Fury.
Bridge between
all
us
in like
so
3
we can confer,
episodes.
share counsel, warn each other, reach an accord. We can be civilized, you and I. There's really only one person who needs to die. The Triberd.
You can't kill her. The Red Oak is gone.
And if
Why
I
would you
had the
tell him that there's
ashes
any
of
option?
one of those red oak stakes forged into a weapon made by a god, that would work, wouldn't it?
Why
Good.
would you tell him that?
My offer is this. Bring
Lie.
Hope to me, and I will let everyone else live. Refuse, and all the deaths that come after this will be on you, and you alone.
What's wrong? Besides the end of the world, I mean.
MG told me he loves me.
Duh.
Wow. Okay.
Did you say it back?
I didn't say anything. I just froze. And then I was supposed to help him with Ethan, but I just chickened out again and ran away. It's weird. It's like I don't even want to ask myself the question.
Maybe you're afraid of getting an answer. Once you have one, nothing's gonna be the same.
Exactly. How did you know?
I've been doing the same thing. I've been avoiding part of the battle plan because I didn't want to know who we were gonna lose. But I asked myself the question. I hate this, but I think you should know who it is.
Nice. All
It's
right,
gonna
you
be
guys bring those
MG.
over there, okay?
Maybe, I don't know.
The gods were happy once. Every god except my brother Ken. His insatiable desire for conquest led him to find new places where he could be feared and loved. We crossed into your world. That's when wars intensified. More and more humans started arriving in Limbo. It started as a slow trickle and then it became a flood. And it seemed so unfair. I saw these poor souls lost to wander in the darkness forever. So I did something stupid. I took pity. I found a mother and child who had died for no reason, and I thought, since the gods had taken away their happiness, I should ferry them across to peace. We colonized their world, so I settled them in ours. When Ken found out, he cursed me. If I was so interested in helping humans, he would force me to do it for all eternity, never to return home. Always reaching the shore, but never able to actually set foot there. So that's what I've been doing for the last 10,000 years, give or take.
I'm sorry.
I did it to myself. But now, I am ready to quit. Hang up the robes for good. You see, even though I'm cursed.
There's always a loophole. Trust me, I know.
Well, the loophole in my curse is I can stop ferrying souls and go home. If I can find someone willing to take my place. But in all the centuries, I've never met anyone
want
willing
him.
to do it. For the right reasons, at least. Until I met you.
It's a simple question. Is keeping the Triberd alive worth so many deaths?
Sure,
Am I amusing
why not?
to you?
What's amusing is that all would-be tyrants think they're so unique and special. Yet I've heard this offer before. They are all so predictable.
Then you've made your choice. I say when you can leave. And I am not done with you yet.
We would have made a hell of a team, you know that?
We already
Now
did.
throw him in front of the bus.
Hey, I know you've been holding yourself back, but Lizzie deserves to know how you feel.
I actually already told her.
And? God, that girl is so confusing.
It's so confusing.
Just to be clear, you're one of the best people I've ever known.
I can't believe he's
She'd be
actually
an idiot if she
leaving.
didn't figure that out for herself.
Are you sure?
If I don't do it, it'll be my dad, right? Yeah, I'm sure. Who would have thought I'd live to see the day that Hope Michelson didn't rush in to haphazardly sacrifice herself?
Well, there's still time. Do you want me to tell your dad for you?
I've avoided enough hard conversations for today. But don't go too far. I might need your help chaining him up in the basement.
Who really knows?
I figured we could use a little pick-me-up. Spend some time making memories with the people we love.
Why me?
Because you remind me of who I used to be. I started off wanting to help as many people as possible. I even broke the rules and sent a few people back to life. You only get away with that once. Nature has a way of restoring the balance. There was a cost to breaking the rules, and I paid it. My heart went numb. It was as if that part of me died. I tried to keep caring about all the souls, but after a while, you hear so many sob stories. Everyone has their reasons. Everyone has an excuse.
I wish she still looked like
it was overwhelming.
The creature, because it would be interesting to try and get empathy out of that.
I took emotion out of the equation. I thought if I could quantify a person's worthiness, it would make things simple. But it just made me cynical. Over the centuries, I lost my way. I became that gangly skeleton and resigned myself to the fact that nothing would ever change. I would never feel the way I once did. And then I saw you give up your own chance at peace to help others. You opened your little stand, and you helped more people, including your mom. Why you, Landon Kirby? Because you're good at the job, and because you have had a life that anyone else would use as an excuse for cruelty or self-pity. You're a miracle. You're taking the weird, unfair hand you've been dealt, and you're doing good with it. The world doesn't need more people like me who've grown numb. They need people like you.
What,
who'll
so that
find
he can
a
grow
new,
numb
better
after
way to do
2,000
things.
years?
So what do you say? Do you want the job or not?
Dad,
Look, I am not gonna talk you out of it. You have too much of your mother in you for that. Both of them. But I did want to, look, I know you, Elizabeth Salzman, and one of these days you're gonna have the most obnoxious, beautiful, and expensive wedding ever. And I was just thinking, instead of waiting, maybe we could have that father-daughter dance now.
A little weird, but alright.
Just in case.
The gall of that skeletal minx trying to con you into taking on her curse and an eternity of servitude. Ah, it's revolting.
You wouldn't try to con me in the exact same way if you could?
Of course! But I had come up with a convincing cover story. I mean, not some naked appeal to your guilt complex. So how'd you tell her off?
I said yes. I'm the new ferryman.
Oh, I see what this is. Goody Two-Shoes Landon's here for his first conquest. I'm sure sending the necromancer to peace would be quite a feather in your cap, wouldn't it? Well, it's not gonna happen. You can't make me go.
Literally. The necromancer can't exist in peace. He doesn't belong there. But I made a promise to someone who does.
Good.
You know, if you decide to cross over, you'll stay as Ted forever. I'd say you have a boat to catch.
That was sweet.
How'd you know it would work?
Yeah, not really sure.
Transforming me back.
I didn't. And to be honest, I don't know how long this is gonna last, so... Let's get
to the boat. Yeah.
Yeah, not really sure how that works, but sure.
Cleo! Hey!
It's a trap.
What?
Leave him alone!
Perhaps my last offer was too abstract. Thanks to our connection, everything I do here affects the real world. So, bring me hope, or I kill him in front of you.
I need an answer!
3.
Cleo, don't do it.
2, 1.
Caleb. It's your eyes.
I have so much respect for her right now. I thought she would totally break. Huh. I'm impressed. Not how I should be feeling, but...
Hey, I am just making a Mick G. You want one?
You were wrong earlier today. They can't wait. What I have to say to you. There's no guarantee that any of us lives to see tomorrow, and if I don't get a chance to say this, I will regret it. Always. For the longest time, I thought I was dying in the merge. So what was even the point of thinking about the future? And then I realized I have no idea if we're gonna make it through this. And apparently the timing between us will just never be right. And I might always be this unpredictable and prone to saying the wrong things, but I never allowed myself to want something that was good for me. Because I didn't think I deserved it. I didn't think I deserved someone like you. And I don't know what's gonna happen next. But I think you're amazing. And I'm gonna kiss you now.
Okay.
He's dead.
You choose like 2 episodes before the series ends to actually kill somebody. I have a lot of respect for Cleo to not break in that moment. That was beautiful. That was a good moment. I liked that. Lizzie just looked so pretty this episode that I couldn't focus on anything else. Yeah, so after this one, we got 2 more to go. How are we all feeling? I imagine Aurora is going to have a turn because of her talk this episode. It seems like, I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.